Welcome to another segment of contemplative aromatherapy for transforming consciousness. And in this segment, I'm going to be talking about something a little bit unusual, and that is using eucalyptus oil to cultivate gratitude. Now, most people would probably think of eucalyptus oil as a respiratory expectorant and decongestant, and that's absolutely correct. So why am I proposing that we could use this oil to develop gratitude? Well, rather than tell you, I'm just going to show you the meditation and invite you to do it along with me. And as we go, I'm going to tell you the different kinds of things that go through my mind as I do this practice and why smelling this oil, or any oil actually, develops gratitude. So here is eucalyptus, and it's on a perfume strip. Although this is a very easy one, you can just put a couple drops on the palms of your hands if you want, or you can have it in the diffuser, or you can put it on the fingertips and inhale it like that. So in our contemplative aromatherapy practices, we first make ourselves comfortable for a little bit of relaxation and mental concentration, which eucalyptus oil will also help us with as well. It clears the mind. So let's do the first inhalation. And the first thing that I feel physically is the power of the forest. All oils that come from tree leaves, such as all the different species of eucalypti and all the different conifers, they are the fragrances that we smell when we go into a forest, especially after a rain when everything is very fresh. But a eucalyptus forest has a distinct, intense kind of aroma, and that's what is on the perfume strip now. So that is the very first thing that we perceive, is the fragrance of a forest. Now, that's a very simple way to feel gratitude, because we need forests and we need trees, and they are performing very crucial functions in the biosphere that we need now for human survival. That's the first thing that I perceive. Now, let's see what happens next. The next thing that we can feel is the way that they open our lungs. And this is directly related to the way that they purify the air. They purify the air in the forest, they purify the air in our lungs and our respiratory system. So they have a purifying, cleansing effect. And that's the main reason we want to use them in a diffuser. They are probably, the eucalypti oils are probably the best example of a very simple oil to bring into the home, put in the diffuser, to cleanse the atmosphere of various types of airborne pathogens and various types of bad aromas in the home, mildew and mold and stagnant air and so forth. Just use eucalyptus and you will get the same power in the home as if you were outside in the forest breathing the fresh air. So this is one of the ways that you can generate gratitude for trees. Again, is just to realize that they are cleansing the air. Let's do another inhalation. And this time I think of the powers of healing that this oil has. And specifically its antimicrobial powers. And again, all the oils that come from tree leaves and needles, like the conifers and all the species of eucalypti, they all have very significant antimicrobial powers, not just in the respiratory system, in the respiratory mucous membrane, for fighting viruses and colds and flus and so forth, but they also have that cleansing effect in the atmosphere of the home, and they also have that cleansing effect in the atmosphere of the biosphere. Now, this is a much bigger contemplation, because all essential oils have significant antimicrobial medicinal powers. Every oil will kill pathogens. Every essential oil will kill microbes. It is scientifically established. Every research paper that I have read about every oil mentions its antimicrobial powers. So, again, we can breathe it. And if we're thinking about that, it's very easy to feel gratitude because we need medicines to protect us from pathogens now. In our efforts to kill off all of the pathogens through the creation of stronger and stronger antibiotics, we have put ourselves in a very precarious situation medically, which is that the antibiotics don't work anymore and the pathogens are getting smarter. Well, there's a unique thing about the essential oils, and that is that they represent a kind of immune power in the plants that is very, very old. And that means that it is very effective against those pathogens. If the oils in the plants did not work effectively to protect the plants from those pathogens, and plants are attacked by pathogens also, just like we are. But if these oils were not extremely effective as immune systems, those plants wouldn't be here after millions and millions of years. So what we're smelling then is a very ancient kind of complex immune system. And that's what we need right now. We need to bring in the distilled molecules of the plant's immune systems into our homes to help us, to boost our immune systems. And it's very interesting to me that the essential oils from plants actually attack and control and neutralize and inhibit the same families of microbial pathogens that affect humans. So isn't that an interesting parallel, that the plants have developed these immune systems that are good for us? They have developed these compounds for themselves to protect themselves outside in nature against those pathogens, but they are the same basic families of pathogens that we need protection from. So this is another level of gratitude that I feel when I smell this, which is that the plants are offering their immune systems, and those immune systems aren't going to be attacking us. Those immune systems are actually going to be protecting us from the same pathogens that the plants are protecting themselves from. So when I smell this fragrance, thinking about that, I also feel gratitude to know that the plants are working to take care of us at that particular level. So we can breathe in the fragrance one more time and think about that. Okay, so thank you for joining me in this short contemplation and remembering the powers of healing that the plants have, and especially in this particular group of species, the eucalypti oils and the conifer oils. These have such wonderful therapeutic benefits for the respiratory system and for fighting microbial infections, especially in the respiratory system, and for preventing them in the atmosphere as well. This is a very nice thing to remember in this day and age, that the plants are here to help us. So if you would like to check out the eucalyptus oil, there is a discount code, as always, for being present here and watching this little segment. And if you have questions or comments or experiences with this aspect of contemplative aromatherapy, feel free to post them. And thank you for the things that you have been posting. Thank you again.